As Google I/O goes live, we are now all able to take advantage of Android O. Google announces that it wants to build a standalone VR experience, and it's finally time to get your Google Home to make its own phone calls. I'm Jaime Rivera, and fine, I don't blame you if you're going to call this Google Now Daily. But it's still Pocket Now Daily, guys. Yesterday was Google I/O, and even though Google made most of its announcements, by the time of the recording of this video, the whole Android O keynote had not happened, so bear with me on that one until tomorrow. What's important now is that Google Home gets a couple of major updates. Number one, the fact that it's now supporting more languages. It'll be available in more countries starting today, and it also gets enhancements like phone calls, just like pretty much what you can do with the Amazon Echo, in addition to the fact that it'll read notifications and a ton of other things that it'll be able to do later this year. Now, another very interesting change that Google is after is the fact that even though Daydream has met some success, I mean, it's cool, it's just not widely deployed on devices, Google has announced a couple of things. Number one, devices like the Galaxy S8 are getting support later this year. Devices like the next LG flagship will, meaning the G6 wasn't really mentioned. But the third is the fact that the company is working in collaboration with both HTC and Lenovo to build standalone headsets. This is major news because according to them, the experience will be better. I can't wait to see how. Now let's talk about the Google Assistant. It gets a couple of major updates. Number one, they made official the language updates. The other is the birth of Google Lens, the fact that you will be able to use it to take photos of spots if you want to translate the signs, or learn what these places are or what they offer. But in addition to Google Lens, the Google Assistant is now capable of accepting text for questions. There are some cases where you just can't be like, okay, Google, or it just doesn't hear you. And also, most important, the rumors of it reaching iOS are now confirmed. There's an application for it to support iOS. It continues to expand, it continues to get better. We just can't wait for more third-party support. And just like in the case of Google Lens, which is more augmented reality, Google is also working on bringing some updates to the Pixel that will allow you to take advantage of AR. Like for example, if your kid is currently playing baseball, there's a fence in front of you, you want to take a photo of him from a distance, you actually can, and you can remove that fence through augmented reality. I find the feature to be very cool. It'll be reaching the Pixel soon. I hope that it'll also allow me to get rid of the lens flares, Google. And finally, the very hot news today have to do with Android O, the fact that it is now available in beta, that users are now going to be able to take advantage of it. And there are a couple of enhancements that Google is actually discussing in a further keynote. What it talked about the most was the case of Android Go, the fact that this is Android O, but for devices with less than 1 GB of RAM. The fact that there are now applications that are being designed to allow users to not only take advantage of the fact that they have less horsepower, but also the fact that obviously if they're paying for a lesser device, they're also looking to not consume so much data. Unlimited plans are not a common thing in most of Latin America, for example, in my case. So Google is now providing users with this new option where any device that's launched with less than the specifications that Android O requires will automatically fall into the Android Go category. This is pretty much the future of Android One. I find it to be really cool, but it leads me to the question of the day. What did you think about Google I/O? Do you think that Google is on the right track for all the changes it's making? In my case, I do believe that Google understands the market better than anybody. It's all about the content, it's all about the consumption, and it's all about providing users with products that allow that to happen. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, you know the way it goes. If you want to get the news earlier before the video is filmed, follow us on PocketNow.com and hit that subscribe button down below for more videos like this one. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, or on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.